Subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss an update from First Post.
Hi Shahid, welcome to First Post.
Thank you.
So let's start off by getting into an intense conversation about this very intense movie.
Alright, let's do it.
So you said in an interview recently that people woke up to the fact that Shahid can play different characters and we don't always have to follow his own personality and give him that kind of character. Now you've done movies like Haider, Udta Punjab, Kameene, now Kabir Singh. Tell me, would you consider yourself a method actor?
No, I mean, I don't even understand what this method actor means, because I guess method actor applies to people, who've probably done a lot of training, who've come from formal, trained backgrounds like FTII or NSD or some kind of film school. I've not done any of that, so it's not like I have a formatted, staple method of doing things. I'm very instinctive about whatever I've learned has been on the job, and I'm very instinctive about how I choose my parts. I'm instinctive about how I feel I need to play them. I'm also very, dependent on the filmmaker, because eventually you have to learn to fit into the larger scheme of things. But yeah, I mean, I'm somebody who's always tried to do different roles. I've never really felt satisfied by doing different versions of myself. That's not something that has ever excited me or, been my calling. It's always been about trying to find different characters and become them, as opposed to representing myself in different ways.
So you're not someone who locks himself up in a room and gets into the darkness of a Tommy.
As much as it would be exciting to say that, I don't. It's very organic and it's constant. It's not
and it
as
comes
if
on set.
No, I mean, see, I'm somebody who thinks a lot. So even while I'm talking to you, I'll probably be thinking about something. So it's in the back of my head all the time. So I don't have a stipulated time period to get into the character from an emotional or a psychological point of view. But yeah, the physicality of the character, to get to look like the part, to look a certain way that you need to look, that requires time.
Yeah.
So that's something that happens, and everything else is just, it's part of the process. It slowly you get into it. I can never get on set the first day feeling like I'm prepared.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that for me. Yeah.
So Kabir Singh is obviously a character of many extremes. Was there any part of his personality that you could sort of relate to, that
Most of it.
That
Most
you were
of
like,
it, I
okay,
could.
iski motivation, now I understand.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play a
behind his
character if you
actions.
don't know the whys. Why is he doing this? Why is he behaving like this? What's he feeling? What's he thinking?
So what was that sort of connect that you made?
Because it's a remake of Arjun Reddy, so I kind of saw the original.
Yeah.
And so that gave me a very detailed kind of access into the world of that character. And then we needed to recreate it in Hindi. And as we started doing that, I kind of, the director said, let's change the name. And that was a very big element. When he said that Arjun Reddy will now be Kabir Singh, suddenly he became a new person. And that was the first time I kind of realized and recognized that we're going to do something completely new. And I was very happy about that, because one of my, I don't like to ever feel closed or contained when I start playing a character. I feel very claustrophobic about it. I like to be able to feel free and be able to discover the character as it happens. A lot of it came from Sandeep. I think this is a film that's very close to his heart. I think there are things in this film which have come from experiences in his own life.
Yeah, so he said, he's been very vehement about I am this guy, this is me.
But that's true, he is,
Yeah.
So a lot of it came from him. I mean, if I understand him, it'll help me understand Kabir. But that's just one part of it, to understand who the guy is. But the most difficult and the most important part of it is to make him your own. That's not easy, because he needs to come from within. You cannot perform it. I've never been somebody who believes in performing parts. I don't know how to function like that. There's some really good actors who do it. I need to feel every moment honestly, otherwise I'm uncomfortable, and that only happens once you've gotten on set, once you've started performing the scenes, once the other characters come in, you start feeling and sensing and, holding all to small things, and then it starts, kind of coming together. Sometimes things that happen surprise you, and so they make something that you did here will cause a change in something that happens there. It's all interconnected. It's like life.
So talking about Sandeep, he said in an interview recently, nobody, and I'm quoting her, nobody gives a fuck about the story. 5% of the producers believe in the writer's talents, but others don't care about the story. They will only talk if you have made a super hit film. Do you think somewhere an actor's journey is the same, that unless you starred in a big movie and had a big hit, you are not kind of given the opportunities or taken
Well,
notice
he just
of?
said it like Kabir Singh would say it. So I love him for that. That's how Kabir Singh would say it. Well, I'm not Kabir Singh. Having said that, I see merit in what he's saying. I see a lot of merit in what he's saying, and somewhere it's true. I think people don't really, people within the fraternity who are the people who are deciding who to cast, when to cast, how to cast, and talent is not the first.
Right.
It's not the primary thing that they consider.
Like how bankable you are and how commercial
Those
you can
things
be, I
tend
guess.
to take precedence, yeah, which is unfortunate. Because those things are actually, I mean, you can't credit somebody for their success so directly.
That has to be secondary, I
especially
feel.
as an actor. I mean, an actor is who he is on the basis of the work that has been offered, how those films turned out to be. He actually has a certain part to play in the larger scheme of things. He's not in control of everything. A filmmaker actually is, and I understand what Sandeep is saying, because it is true that filmmakers see things in their head, and they understand what they want to do with it. They're not always very good with explaining it, and if you're not a visionary, you can't envision what they have envisioned, right? And so, most of the times people are trying to just figure out, अच्छा star कौन है, और पिछली फिल्म का कितना budget था, और commercial है कि नहीं है, those are all cliches which are I don't think they're relevant anymore.
You said that you had to flip roles and wash off Kabir's negative energy and
Nicely
vibe.
put. I had to
and-
literally wash him off my system
Yeah,
every
and
day
his
before I
baggage.
went back
Yeah,
home.
I'd have that 2-hour shower and all that to get the
Yeah,
smoke
this
out
2
of
hours
you.
I never said. This 2 hours somebody has added because I never
media
was
bhi-
timing myself while I was breathing. So, but yeah, I did wash myself
That's what
off.
we do. We paraphrase things. We
Yeah.
like to, add like
I
sensational
know.
headlines.
I've been
to
dealing
it.
with you for long enough. I know.
So you said you had to do that before you return home to your kids and stuff. Tell me exactly what you would do. Like, would you listen to like a certain song or some music or watch
Just
something?
have a shower, eat something, unwind in the car, maybe just watch some videos on YouTube or watch an episode of something that's easy and light just to get out of but honestly, the switch happens in life in general. I might be in a really crappy mood, but if I'm in front of my kids, it just goes, so I think that's God's made human beings like that. I mean, as a parent, nothing matters. I mean, once you're with your children, it just makes you happy. So actually, they were the ones who were helping me rehab while I was playing this crazy character. They helped me feel normal, and I felt replenished and nourished every
maybe they were
every
the
day.
therapy.
They were. They
Yeah.
are. I really think kids are very therapeutic. I have gained so much from having them. Yeah.
Good luck for Kabir Singh, and
you.
thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you.